This is where this cat, she sits up here every day. She loves this thing. Alright, so I'm going to zoom in a bit on my hook so you can see what's happening. This is a Daiichi 260 size 12. Pretty basic hook. It's bent, but it's not exactly straight. We're gonna just start our thread halfway into the hook. Make a few nice wraps, cut our excess out, clean it up. Now, we're just gonna set that off to the side. We have some lead free 2.5 round. We're going to try and make some touching wraps. It's always difficult to start, but eventually it gets a little traction and is easier. That's about all we want. We want a nice little space up there for their heads. I'm just gonna try and wrap that tin on the tail side a little bit better. Sometimes it gets a little messy, but we're gonna go around once with the thread, and I'm going to press this a little bit with my scissors just to convince it needs to taper there. I know it's just tin, but it was giving me a troublesome time. Alright, now that that's taken care of, we're gonna just make a few passes with our thread. This will help build a bit of a taper. And that's about all we want. We don't want it too slippery in the front, because when we come forward with our cat fur, it will be a little tricky. Alright, so I've just latched over with some copper wire. That's all you really want to do for the second step after you have the weight down. Get some wire. And we're going to work our way back down towards the tail. With that nice and tight, we're going to just gather some of that hair off of our... Sorry, you can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm just sort of pinching this together and off of the chair so that I can wrap this up pretty easily. So I'm going to hold it at its base and twist it up at its top. Then I'm going to slide that into place, come along and start wrapping. And once I have it starting, I'm going to continue to put pressure at, like, every time I do one more wrap, I want to come in and just wrap that twist, I should say. I'm wrapping this dubbing over it, but I'm twisting the dubbing into place. This should be just about right. I did layer up and over and give the center of the fly a little more body, but this worked out pretty good. I'm going to just do a quick half hitch to lock my thread into place. So we're almost done. And I have a rotary vise, which makes this a little easier, but we just want to space our copper wire. And counter wrap our dubbing loop. You can sort of see it came a little undone, but that's okay. So we're just going to secure this off, break our wire and super glue this. We might clip some of the crazy hairs that didn't really conform, but yeah, that's how easy this fly is. I always pinch with my fingers sometimes. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways you can hold pressure against that, but you just want to hold the pressure against the wire and helicopter it out. So I've got a few wraps to clean this up. I'm going to do at least 3 wraps on my bodkin bottom and pull a 3-turn half hitch over my copper a few times and finish this fly off. So just trim that away with the scissors. If I can't pluck these longer hairs out that don't make any sense, I'll come along and trim them sometimes. I don't want to trim them super close because I like all these little legs and antennas sticking out every which way. It really brings the fish in and gets them all curious and interested. But this is a quick, easy fly to tie. You don't need much to it. If you have some extra copper wire laying around from an old electrical project and a cap on your lap and some weighted wire and a couple of hooks, you can make a few of these. But you can also fill your box and get on the stream and with a half dozen in less than a half hour. So I hope that you found this video to be educational and informative and entertaining. So until next time, go fishing.